morning. We're excited today. We are meeting with a friend, Angelique. I know Heather does her hair, and she's a very successful entrepreneur. We love entrepreneurs. Huh?
Right. Love entrepreneurs, but what I love about this one, she really has been dressing me for over 20 years, both of us, because she has the best store in NOLA, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
So what do you love about, I mean, like, what made you get in this business? Like, what do you love about clothes? What do you love about dressing people? Like, how did it all evolve for you?
It kind of happened pretty
Organically?
Yeah, pretty organically. I think it was kind of always a niche that I had with friends and dressing friends and always giving advice. Everyone wanted to know, like, what are you wearing, or what are you, what shoes do you have, what outfit are you, just where are you getting your things from? And I just actually loved helping friends, but also I loved the idea of giving
People advice?
I like giving people advice and giving them like an idea of kind of finding themselves, but like, and getting more comfortable out of their comfort zone a little bit.
Right,
Kind of,
right.
it was just fun. It's fun to see people kind of like challenging themselves a little bit to kind of get out of their everyday comfort.
Yeah, I
zone.
agree, because I find
that's
that
kind of
I
how
have a tendency to always want to get, the white or the black T-shirt,
Right.
and I have a tendency to want to wear pants, and I like jeans from you, and I like the legs full.
Yeah, and I don't like to be too pushy with people, but I find myself like, I feel like, you have to trust, like,
Totally.
try to trust the person that's helping you. And I think that I instill confidence. That's my goal with my clients, just
Right.
styling them and making them feel good when they leave.
Yeah, and you honestly get them out of their comfort zone. I mean, you
Yes.
definitely want to stretch somebody to try on something,
Mm-hmm.
and you do it really in a quiet way. Everybody has a different personality delivery. I mean, Holly and I are a little bit more out
Wolf in
there.
the china
We're
closet.
we're loud, right? A little more assertive, but you still have that feeling of confidence. It's just a reserved way, and I think I love that about you. But I know for me as your client, that anytime I wear anything from your store, I always know I look good. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. I just know, you know what? I'm wearing something that looks good because, I trust you. And I think that's one of the biggest things.
Right. I think you definitely have to trust. That's kind of how I feel when I go to sit in your chair. I'm like, okay, I don't even know what we're doing today with my hair, but I can sit back and relax and know that I'm going to leave and I'm going to love it.
Right.
So I just kind of find that very similar feeling where it's like this trust factor. And that's kind of how I feel when my clients come in to me. It's like, I hope they leave and feel really good about it when they're out and about. And it's really nice when they come back and they're like, oh, I wore this and I was in New York and, someone stopped me and told me I loved your top, or I loved your, shoes or something you had on. And it's kind of neat to see that, it doesn't matter where you are. And, you can be at the coffee shop, or you can be in New Orleans, or you can be out of town, some fancy event, and feeling good about what you have, and you got it at a little boutique in New Orleans. I mean,
Right,
that's just kind
right.
of a cool
Yeah.
thing, and it makes me feel good that I can find neat, different
Yeah.
pieces that kind of work with all different ages, and it's just kind of, it's fun, it's
Yeah.
rewarding for sure.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing now is that everybody's doing, even people who open up new stores, is everything's branding. I mean, right? And so you've been in business for a little over 20 years, right?
Right.
So what continues for you, or you see the value of, I have to continually keep branding myself, right? Because people are always looking for the latest and for the greatest. And so you build your client base, but branding's kind of different now because
It
there's so
is.
many things that people can get on websites,
Right.
or Amazon.
So I think that's
you know?
kind of how we really have kind of tried to set ourselves aside where, we're online. You can buy online from us as well. But I think what we really like to do is it's really about styling and coming in and getting that feeling of that one-on-one and that personal care that you're not going to get. I mean, you can go and buy the same jeans and a blouse online, but you might not know exactly how to style it, or you might return it and not really know what else you could wear it with. It's just that feeling you have from coming in and feeling like you kind of got a head to toe.
Yeah, customizable service. It's like they can come in, you can customize their look.
I mean,
you know?
it's fun to, hit the button every now and then and order it online, but
Right.
I have customers that'll order it online and they want to come in and they want to try it on, and then they might change their mind. They want to add this, they want to take this out. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I find online is an impulsive, great, quick way to
Purchase.
Now,
But
see,
I
for
think
me,
it's
I'm
very-
gonna, because I have a real issue with online. So I really buy nothing online except Amazon's toilet paper, paper towel, garbage bags, and that
love
for
that.
H2O. I am big into supporting local
Locals.
business. I am not okay with people being okay with not. And I just think the whole brick and mortar thing is really something that if people continue, it's going to be obsolete. And,
No, it really-
not to get off the subject, but I saw Bloomberg on TV about 2 Sundays ago after I watched Joel Osteen. And he was saying that we have to be very cautious with people working at home.
Yes, I
He's not a
agree.
big fan of that. Me either. Check that box.
Yep.
And he said that if things do not change in terms of getting people out, and that's probably why for me, I am an extrovert. I do love people, but that relationship piece,
Right.
for me,
Right.
is massively critical.
It is.
And
On a lot of
basically,
different
listening
levels.
to you and Heather, because you had this client, you've been coming in H2O since you were like in 7th and 8th grade, because I remember you coming in with Isabel as a little girl. And it's like that relationship piece is what continues.
It's invaluable.
And trust is the new currency. And you could not, no website is going to ever, I mean, how many times, the little bit I'm on it, I don't even own a computer. I have a crashed iPad that's full of cracks in it, that something will pop up and say chat. I have no intention on chatting with that person, ever. Be real clear, ever. So it's like, how can you really get that relationship and that person really capture your essence of who you want to present and or represent as yourself?
Right.
Right.
By doing it online. So for me, I love boutique shopping. I support.
I love the
every
one-on-one
Christmas,
service.
everybody on my path, because I'm on Metairie Road, knows I'm visiting.
Right.
And
I
I
feel the
really
same
love
way. I feel the
supporting
same way.
local business.
It's
I think
relationships
I think
that
it's really
you're making.
critical.
You're not making those relationships online, and I feel like it also to do with mental health. Like, more and more people working at home, and so what are they doing? They're not taking care of themselves. They're not getting their hair color. They're not getting their hair cut as much. They're letting themselves go because they are able to get in that comfort zone of home. But that does lead to depression and
Yeah.
overeating and
Right.
anxiety
Just
and
all
people.
those
And so,
things.
just getting out, someone getting out, my clients come also to me, to talk. They want
Therapy.
to hang out. It's like therapy. I mean, you go get your hair cut. I mean, how your closest, the most about your clients because they're sitting there hanging out and
In your
you're
chair.
getting to know them.
Yes.
And it's such a
And
connection
you're
that you're not
constantly
getting.
bringing stuff to Heather. So it's another element of service
Right.
that you provide.
And I enjoy it. It's
for
fun.
people. Listen, okay, if you can't get to my store, then let me go ahead and bring this, and this to you.
Right.
It's like nobody online is caring right now.
No.
Does that make any sense?
Right.
And so for me, I mean, I'm just a big proponent of boutiques, boutique shopping, and it really kind of creates that exclusivity, and that's really what you've created in the culture that you've created in your boutique is
Yeah.
is that refinement piece,
Right. Yep. So we know
been
how
fun.
Holly feels.
Yes, we do. we
sorry,
we
I don't
we always know.
I'm just it's just wanna
I feel the same way. I just think it's great to shop local because of the relationship piece. But, if you need something quick, it's just being able for you to take care of me. So that's what's so beautiful. But what do you see right now that's trending? I mean, fashion's always changing, which I do love about that. I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of the late 80s, Claudia Schiffer, those models, they used to wear the big
70s and
earrings.
90s of crashing.
Right. A lot of
Meeting
the
somewhere in
big
between.
chain necklaces. And so what do you feel like you seeing?
Well, I'm definitely seeing, it always kind of it evolves, but it also
Goes full circle.
goes full circle. So I find that obviously the season, we're in fall, but red is a huge color, greens and like bright colors, but then also lots of neutrals and softer palettes as well. I'm seeing lots of skirts more so, wide leg jeans, oversized denim, blazers, and but also kind of also worn with like tennis shoes and running, just not necessarily
A heel.
a
like they used
heel,
to do it.
just kind of, and that's kind of tricky for some clients because they want to show their figure more and they don't want to be an oversized and they don't, so it's just the trend. Sometimes you have to kind of take a little bit of it and then kind of make it work for
Palatable
you.
to you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, there's a little
So-
kiss of androgyny, right? We see with the blazers,
Blazers,
the
the big
oversizedness.
pant.
But then you can soften it with
Right.
maybe a fresh scarf, a cool earring, or for us,
A tight tank,
right?
tennis
A great
shoes.
high ponytail that creates softness. A nesty bun,
Right.
That's where we can come in and balance that whole look out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And metallics
And
are
then,
always fun.
and then also you started carrying some Alana's from Turkey, right? That stuff is super
Met tap,
cool.
Yeah, I actually have the skirt on today.
Yeah.
And their blouse. But yeah, I love trying to find, new different up and coming lines and kind of learning a little bit about like the designer and where they kind of start and
Where do they get their inspiration
yeah,
from?
where they get their inspiration. And then I find that a lot of these really creative designers also get their inspiration from traveling and they kind of pick like, the theme of the season by where they go and where they kind of pick up,
Oh, that's cool.
ideas, which is really neat.
Right.
I have another Indian designer that he just travels the world, and every season is like based on where he
Just travels.
And so I think that's really neat to see.
But there's a cohesiveness between
Yeah,
both. how they
and
put it
all the
together.
trends and like all the designers, I feel like they all kind of are on the same trend for the seasons, but they all do it in like a very
Different twist.
Yeah, and I like also keeping things like clean and classic as well. But then you can add like a edge to it by like a more detailed blouse or like that great blouse you got that is just amazing.
Right.
And just different, just kind of being able to add a little happy that makes you kind of feel good to wear something a little bit maybe out of your comfort zone, but then but you're still on trend of like the season.
Yeah.
It makes you feel unique.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a specialness to it.
right.
Well, I want to thank you for dressing me because
And I want to thank you for doing my hair.
and I'm just gonna
having
I'm gonna
me.
let everybody out there know that if you haven't been to Angelique on Maple Street, you need to get yourself uptown because not only will you look amazing, but just realize how great you're gonna feel.